Hello, and welcome to Passive Income with Content. We are live every Friday. If you're on the replay on YouTube, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Instagram too, give us that love. But today we are live here at a conference with my friend Joel Peterson, and we're here learning about how to make webinars an even better experience for our viewers, our subscribers, people who want to learn how, the exact reason why we're here today, how to ditch the 9-to-5 and how to come up with systems to create a passive income for you and your business so you can have financial freedom, you can do what you love, and just hang out with cool people, right?
Exactly.
So I don't know if you saw, but we did a workshop this week where Joel teaches how you can get paid just simply by people clicking on ads.
Yeah, people visit your website, they see an ad, they click on it, or sometimes they just go to your website and you make money.
Wow. So can you explain like how you even came up with this system and how like you teach it or implement it for other people?
So we've been doing this for over 14 plus years. It's started many years ago. We realized that there are, well, let me ask you this question. Have you spent any time online today or the last few days, and have you ever seen ads on websites or on your mobile phone? Well, that's
life.
We see ads all the time, but most people don't realize that those ads, somebody is making money. The website owner actually makes money because those ads are on the site. So like many people have this misconception. They think, well, these are like these big companies and that are making money with these ads. No, it's actually people like you. It's like people like me, people like Debbie. And so over 14 years ago, we pretty much kind of discovered this model and realized that we could make money on websites by putting banner ads and different ads on our websites. So we've done this for over 14 plus years, and it's just been a great business. And it's one that everyone sees almost every day, but not many realize the potential that's out there. You can make money just when someone goes to your website, clicks on an ad, or even just visits your website. That's kind of a newer, what's been happening the last several years.
Wow. So how do you actually help somebody kind of get started and implement something like this?
Right. So over the years, we've built hundreds and hundreds of websites for ourselves. And we have writers all throughout the world. We have actually 50 writers out in the Philippines that create articles for us. We're able to create a lot of jobs out there. So we scaled our own business for years and years and years. And then we started kind of putting together this little group of other people who were doing this with us. And we started helping them scale their sites out and then teaching them how to do this. And it's just grown and grown over the years. So we kind of have this core group of people, and we just help them scale these sites. We teach them how to do it. And it's evolved over the years. We actually will create sites for people and hold their hands and help them, teach them how to do this, because it's kind of funny because everyone starts out at some point where they don't know how to do internet marketing or these kind of marketing. In fact, I was just asking Debbie a few minutes ago, like, how did you get started in this whole online world? And she was asking me the same thing. And it's so interesting because we all have similar paths. Or maybe we're doing something in our life and we want to change, we want something different, and so we look at an opportunity. There's so many different opportunities out there. This particular opportunity, though, was like something that anyone can do, kind of a thing. And so anyway, that's our goal is to help other people create these and grow these, and we have a unique partner program with that.
Right. Because it's interesting because there's different types of models online, right? So like you can have a model where you're doing all the work, you as the person who maybe buys the course, and you have to kind of go through it and do the work yourself. But yours is different, right?
Yeah, for years, there's really three ways to do this kind of a business. Three there in the camera there. Three-way. One is to try to like figure how to do it all by yourself. And that's like the hardest way. Very few people can do that kind of a model. You have to be really techie. You have to spend a ton of time. You have to make a lot of mistakes. The second way is to buy a course, teach you how to do it. And that's a great way. There's a lot of courses out there online that teach how to do specific methods, building websites, selling e-commerce, whatever it is. And we've done that for years and years. But then we realized that a lot of people would get a course and not do it.
How many people have bought courses here that they like just buy and they have all great intentions, but they don't take action?
You didn't take action? I've done that. And it's not really your fault. It's just because maybe you had other things in life that got busy, or maybe you got stuck in the tech. I'm curious if you're there, type in what it is that stopped you. But we usually generally find it's because they got stuck with the tech issues. They're still learning. They just couldn't get it implemented right. So then what we've did was we've taken that to the next level where we actually will build these sites out for our partners and get them started. I say it's a done. There's no true business is a done for you where you don't have to do any kind of work in a business. I always tell people, like, that's not a real business. Like, you hear like, oh, a done for you business, but that's you always have to work at a business, right? But what if you can have a business that we do all the work to get you started? We build out the sites, we start to give you content, we start to send you traffic, and that's worked really, really well. And maybe I'll tell the reason we do this is because we help our partners build out these sites and we grow, and we leverage each other, and that's why we do this. You get to a certain point where you're making a certain income, we help you get to a certain level, and then we have a partnership program where we take a percentage. And so it's kind of like a win-win situation. Teach you how to do it, we help you grow it, and that helps us leverage. You get to leverage our resources, we leverage your time as well, and it's been a great partnership. So I know I just kind of explained that really fast.
Yeah. Well, we do, we do these 20-minute sessions, little bite-sized content, but no, we love this. Yeah, Mike says, I grow and do better when I repeat that learning. Okay, good. David says, you have tech issues. Yeah, that's huge stumbling block. For me, it was always like creating the content, finding the time to create the content, right? And if I can have if I could just have somebody do that, and I don't have to say, here, write this, write that, they just automatically know what I need in order for people to stay, visit the site, number one, interact with it, meaning read the content and start like looking around. And I know that when you visit these interesting article sites, it's so hard not to click on those other related articles, right?
Yeah, and that's by design. I mean, if you go to CNN, you go to Fox, or you go to any kind of news website that's out there, and you see these news, have you ever clicked on additional stories about this and it's about that, and you get sucked into reading these very compelling articles?
Yeah, and a lot of times too, they're targeted to the reader, right?
Right.
And so, I mean, people that don't know internet marketing are like, Facebook's following me. It's like, no, Facebook is not following you. Everyone's tracking where you're going. It's not a very scary thing. Nobody's, well, at least we hope to think that.
It's a multi-billion-dollar a month business. The whole content, ads on websites and that, it's a huge business. And it's been here for a long time. It's evolving and changing. It's actually growing every single month. Every year, there's more and more advertisers that are spending money on ads, and those ads need to go somewhere. They need to go on websites. They need to go on blogs. And people that figure it out realize that, yes, you can have a site. You could be the site owner and make the money when it comes to your site.
Yeah. And so another thing that I think is important to kind of talk about here is, like, it's one thing, like, do it yourself, create it, right? But then there's another thing about dialing it in and really knowing kind of the back end, what work to actually make money. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's super important because over 14 plus years of doing this, we know the formats that work, we know the topic that work, we know the ones that are profitable, the ones that you should stay away from. Like, we get people all the time that want to build a site in a certain topic, and we're like, well, we don't want to hurt your feelings, but we've done that many times before, and that certain topic doesn't make money. Even though you're passionate about it, you might like it, doesn't make money. So why not focus on the ones that have a lot of traffic and a lot of eyeballs?
So having like 14 years experience, that definitely is a contribution to the success that somebody would.
And where you format your site should be in, and where your ads are positioned, how you actually get the ads. It's actually really hard these days to get these accounts, these ad accounts. Like, one of them is Google AdSense, if you've ever heard that. Most people, like 90% of people who apply for Google AdSense, get turned down. We have 100% acceptance rate of all of our partners. So we just know how to do it. We've done it for so long.
So you're not like me in the background crying, like, I can't do this. Please help me. So you can definitely. So massive opportunity here, right? Yeah, very, very exciting. So the workshop that we did this week, I would love for you to check out. And I know a lot of you are, obviously, we're content people, right? So this is revolving around content, but it's in such a way that you are heavily monetized. Now, before we end on this, let's just talk about problem that many blog owners have, or people that that are sending traffic to their site, right? They don't have either, maybe they do have a way to monetize, but maybe it's not working, or maybe they don't have enough things that are monetizable on their site. So you can step in and help here too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because we get this asked a lot. I've got some other websites and other niches. Can I also learn how I can create income on those sites as well? Not the ones we built from them, but ones that they maybe have already built. And absolutely, the things that we teach show you how to monetize what you already have a little better, and actually even how to drive more traffic to those sites.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So the traffic component is huge, because you need two things. You need the traffic, and then you need a place where people go. They get intrigued by whatever it is that's on your site, and also what do I do next? Where do I send that person next so that I can have an instant connection to make money, right? So that's what we're trying to do here, right? So what don't people have to do? Yeah,
you don't have to be technical. You don't have to know how to FTP and do cron command. You don't have to do the techie things that really stop people. You don't have to even register with our program. You don't even have to register a domain name. You don't have to know how to point the DNS. You don't have to worry about the techie things on setting up a website. And what a lot of people don't realize is these days you have to really protect your site from hackers, because hackers want to get on your site and they want to take over your site. How many times have you heard people say, oh, my site was hacked, my site was hacked? And we have a whole team that's all they do is they're constantly monitoring. We're using the top systems in place to keep the bad guys out of websites, because unfortunately it happens. It's actually never happened to us, because we're really vigilant on it.
Yeah, so that's important to be knowing all that stuff too. And also, like, if somebody is interested in this, but they're also maybe working on something else, is this going to take up all their time, or?
Well, that's the great thing, is because it really is a part-time thing that you can get going, 30 to 60 minutes a day, or, every other day, or more time on the weekend. Debbie and I were actually just talking about that. When each of us got started in our businesses, we didn't have a ton of time, but we knew we had to make the time to do it. So she said, I used to wake up early. I would spend my extra time. I did the same thing. I woke up early, or I worked at my lunchtime instead of going to lunch with the guys, or I spent a little more time on the weekend. The truth is that I decided I wanted to be successful at my internet business. I decided not to watch TV for 1 year.
Wow.
I didn't watch TV for a year. I was like, I can not do TV for a year and work on my business.
That's
and
smart.
Within 9 months, I had tripled my income at my job. I used to work 3M 17 years ago now.
Wow.
And it was worth giving up TV for a year to live a life of freedom.
Good thing Netflix wasn't out back then.
Exactly.
That would have been
hard. Still VCR tapes back then, I think. So.
All right. Well, we're coming up on the 20-minute mark, and thanks so much for all of your interaction. Lots of people are saying that they're going to go check out the workshop that we did this week. Great, Michael. You're going to be checking that out. What are they going to get out of the webinar, or just watching?
You're going to get a lot of content. You're going to learn all about this model, why it's so profitable, how you can actually do this, how you could do it yourself. And then we also introduce our partner program as well, to show people how we can build sites for people to get them started, to get them over the hump. And then we really go over like why we do this and why it's worked out well with our partnership program, how it's a win-win situation for both of us.
And I feel like anything that you're involved in that's already successful, that you do put a little bit of work into, but work that is fun, number one. And number two is you're getting direction. Like, it's never a question of, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? It's like, no, this is what you do. And that will automatically get you to the next level, because you're not like questioning, what should I do with my time? It's more like, okay, I got it. Let me get this done. Let me do it. And then at the end of the day, it goes into something that's actually a working system or a working model. That's very, very exciting, and people here are really excited too, all right? So thank you so much for joining us, whether you're live here or on the replay. Check it out. You guys are awesome, and we'll see you on the next live call.
See you, everybody.